Wales has this morning welcomed its new Prince and Princess, William and Kate, making their first visit to the country since they were given the new titles. Let's go to Edward Godfrey in London. Eddie, good morning to you. The visit comes as the royal family officially ends the Queen's mourning period.
It has, Karl. Those 7 days of mourning following the Queen's funeral have come to an end. The flags are back at full mast at royal residences and senior royals have been straight back to work. William and Kate, the new Prince and Princess of Wales, making their first trip to Wales, a place that William said he was very keen to get to once his father gave him that new title. There were some beautiful scenes in Anglesey where there was a little boy named Leo who waited for 4 hours to greet the royal couple. And he greeted Kate with a posy of pink roses and instantly won her heart, and William was pretty impressed with him too. They went to Holyhead Lifeboat Station where they met with crew and volunteers. This is not far from where they lived after they were married back in 2011, so a special place for them. Their next stop was at Swansea, where church bells at St Thomas's chimed to the tune of God Save the King. There was lots of fanfare as they arrived there. And Kate befriended a little girl named Charlotte there in a traditional Welsh dress who barely left her side as she greeted locals and volunteers there and had a look at some of those charity items to be given out to new parents. There was also a humorous exchange with one local who just might be gunning for a role in the royal household.
You are raising your children. They are incredible.
We're looking for a babysitter.
Now, the Palace has also released some images today of something we're going to have to get used to seeing. This is the new monarch's monogram on some letters at the court post office. There's also talk of Charles's image being put onto coins to go into circulation soon too. The King and the Queen Consort, Charles, will be returning to formal duties on Monday.
Done that cross in Welsh, Eddie, if you're worth your salt. I'll come back to you on that.
A lot harder.
While William and Kate were greeted by adoring fans in Wales, we're hearing a cheeky George has been bragging to his classmates about his famous dad. Royal editor at the Daily Mirror, Russell Myers, has the details. Russell, what did the young royal have to say?
Morning, Sarah. Well, this is actually hilarious because apparently in a new book, there does seem to be one every single day at the moment, a new royal book. But apparently Prince George has been telling his classmates, listen, you better not mess with me or my dad because he's going to be the king. I mean, it is literally the best sort of my dad is bigger than your dad, isn't it? So little cheeky George, maybe he's got a bit of his uncle Prince Harry's fighting spirit in him.
Yeah, we love a bit of cheek, don't we, in the royal family?
I can't believe we got a photo of it. Exclusively, Rusty.
Direct quote.
Yeah. I love it.
Well, William and Kate were, of course, a hit in Wales. I mean, there's no surprise there. But how important was this visit for the royal family? We're really resetting the titles here.
Yeah, they are. I mean, it's important for them, but, you know, the new titles, Prince and Princess of Wales, first stop was in Wales for them. And I think most interestingly, it was being said today that Prince William is going to forego an investiture ceremony. If you hark back to the time when his father was invested as Prince of Wales, there was this big, huge ceremony at Carl Castle. And apparently William doesn't want anything like that. Apparently he just wants to get out, meet the people, try and get back to basics, which I think is definitely a bit more of a modern monarchy is the phrase that's being used to me at the moment.
Yeah, and it seems like a bit of a far cry from what Harry reportedly said. We want to get your thoughts here, Russ, on this headline that a cottage wasn't good enough for Harry and Meghan, that they wanted a castle.
I believe it.
Well, I mean, yes, it is quite believable, isn't it? Because never a day goes by when these two aren't in the headlines. And apparently, Harry and Meghan wanted Windsor Castle, if you can believe it. They weren't happy with Frogmore Cottage that they were given, which incidentally was one of the Queen's most favoured residences that she had. It backs onto her private gardens at Windsor Castle. But no, Meghan and Harry weren't happy enough. They wanted the whole castle, or at least one of the apartments for themselves. And, you know, the rest is history, because we know how that's turned out, don't we?
Oh, I love it.
It's not as though it's a regular cottage either, is it, Russell? I mean, this is some kind of royal cottage.
It's like a demountable at the back of a castle. Good on you, Russell. Thank you.